that is right. The sun is setting. It is Sunday, May 5th, so happy Cinco de Mayo. Yeah. All right. Well, this weekend, decided to stay home, get caught up on the Dodge. Took some time off, went to Nevada. Actually, went out and saw some Oddball's distant relatives. I was out in the Nevada desert, Dixie Valley to be exact, and they got a bunch of old military equipment left out there the Navy uses for target practice with radar or sonar or, I don't know, magic decoder rings, whatever secrets they got out there. But there's a couple M247 or 241 Sergeant York tanks, M51 Sheridan tanks, and a handful of 813 5-ton trucks, which is great grandchild of Oddball here. A couple 923s. We won't talk about them. Those are kind of like the paint lickers in my generation. I wanted to drive the super single truck with automatics. You want to grind gears. But a couple of those out there, a few other Oddball track vehicles and stuff. So that was pretty cool. Just beautiful, middle of nowhere, awesome. But so this weekend I decided to jump in this 2 feet, and let me show you. I mean, I haven't been really doing a lot of filming because, like I said before, I get off from work. Now the sun's, it's a little nicer. I haven't had any rain. I'll start one little project, and I get that done, and I'll go, okay, well, I'm right here. I'm going to do this, and it's just a lot of things. And it is this has turned out to be such a bigger project than I originally anticipated. So let's spin it around. Yeah, speaking of projects that are bigger than I anticipated. Yeah, but at least it's running and driving. Spin around. The cats. All right, so there we go. Sun setting. Not much difference you can see from here, except for yesterday I made a fan shroud out of some old street signs. Yeah. I'm still working on the radiator hose. I got one piece, and I got a couple other small pieces I got to cut up to get that. And then today, in the mail, came the plug for that. Shazam! It's a 1-inch plug, and I had a hard time finding one. All right, batteries in, all that's all done. Got the horn up there, it's mounted, it's done. Starters in. I still got to weld, do a little bit of welding. I did have a setback yesterday. I was going to get the transmission lines all hooked up so I could fill the transmission, but when I went to, you got fittings on the bottom of the radiator. When I went to put the fittings in, the A-in fittings, there's no threads. There's only like 2 threads, and that was it. And it's just a small hole after that, and I wasn't going to drill it out, so I'm just ordering another external Hayden tranny cooler that's going to go on the inside. And then I did buy this one here that's going to give me a little extra cooling, so now I'll just have 2 external ones. I'm not going to take this one off. It's already plumbed and paid for and painted. I can't return it, so let's see over here. Most all the wiring's done. I still want to clean it up a little bit. I did put a line lock in for the rear brakes, so when I go to park, I can set the line lock. I can get out. I can put the wheel chocks under the tires and then turn the line lock off. So you got the fuel line, fuel filter, carburetor's mounted, alternator. I am messing around with the exhaust there. I got a couple pieces. Pretty much just need to order a longer straight piece, and then I'll tack it all together and pull it out and weld it up. Let's see. I did put a relay up here for the choke. I still got to get this wire. So still a lot of things. I'm not done. So stop picking and poking. This comes off the HEI, and then it puts power to the, and as you see here, it's not plugged in, the choke for that Chinesium carburetor. Let's see. These wires here go down to the neutral safety switch. I just pulled them out of the way because I was working on the interior, trying to make the original floorboard there. I trimmed it out so it will fit. It gives me an idea how much more I have to work on the inside. And then I'm just going to put a piece of plywood in here, and then run a couple of pieces of 10 gauge steel that I can bend over the top there, and that will be done. Here's the switch I got for the line locks. Line locks on, line locks off. So I'm not going to use it for a parking brake, but just so I can get out of the vehicle and chalk the wheels. so I don't have to worry about it rolling. Okay, let's see the fun stuff I did over the weekend. See that? That's the transfer case. That's right. I got the transfer case in, and then over there, yeah, there's the battery. I got the battery mounted, and that transfer case kicked my ass. Oh man, I had to make a new mount for it last weekend, and it's still not right. Oh, put my gas cap back on. There's 10 gallons of bad gas I've sucked out of there. I gotta slowly get rid of to the, you know, proper disposal facilities. All right, so there's my shifter, tranny cooler lines. A little bit better look over there on, I still gotta fill all that in. But yeah, as you can see, you can probably tell right here, see where the front drive shaft comes out. My mount is right in the way, but that's okay. I'm not gonna mess with that until after the 4th of July. No big deal. I got torches and welders and grinders. I can fix that. I just don't want to do it right now. But yeah, it probably is supposed to be clocked 1 notch higher, but that will not work in the Dodge. So this is where it's got to be. But it will work. I can attach a drive shaft to it. I have one, and so now I got to do the rear drive shaft. So that's basically the update. Just, you know, plugging along here. Once I get the radiator fully mounted, the tranny fluid in, I'm all ready to start it. I gotta put the fuel in, get rid of the bad fuel, get some clean fuel. I think that's a 25-gallon tank, so I'm probably going to take another, I don't know, 10 gallons out and then put some fresh in there, and then just gradually start adding the bad gas back as I use the truck. Now, easiest way to get rid of it. Can't do it like my grandpa used to do. That's for darn sure. But it sure kept the weeds down. But let's see. What do I got ordered? Like I said, I got a tranny cooler ordered. I got an exhaust pipe extension ordered. I will need to be hitting up McFadden Dales for all the nuts and bolts. A lot of these are fine thread bolts, and they're just, I'm just going to go just standard bolts. Oh, holy cow. There's a kitten. I have not seen, I wonder, that's a little tiny black kitten just popped out of there. Shall we investigate? I don't mind all my scrap. Yep. Huh. I wonder who that belongs to. Alright, well, let's get back to the truck. So, that's it. That's the update. So, the sun sets on this Cinco de Mayo. Hopefully next weekend I'll get a good jump at getting the... that's the thing, I got the oil in. Oil's in. Just gotta get the transmission fluid in. Drive shaft made. I shall probably measure that this week. But yeah, it's coming along pretty good, and pretty excited. Getting closer. All right. Once again, have a great weekend. Have a great week, and Semper Fi.